Today we're going to paint a boy running on the beach. The timing and the water is going to be a challenge. I'm going to walk you through this whole process.
Hi, I'm Kathy and I live in Western Massachusetts. Like a lot of members of the Enjoying Art community, I stumbled on Yong Chen's instructional videos on YouTube. I think I Googled loose watercolor techniques. And what I saw there really inspired me. For less than the cost of a weekly cup of coffee, I can sign into weekly live demonstrations. I have access to a huge body of instructional videos. I can sign in for weeks-long in-person live classes with Yong and other members. And I really have access to this amazing teacher. There are three things I want you to understand about Yong Chen and Enjoying Art. First, I can't stress enough that wherever you are on your artistic journey, the instructional videos that he's created are an incredible resource to you. He can take you through the fundamentals of drawing, painting in watercolors, painting in oils, other media, really step by step. Second, if you're hungry for feedback from a master teacher, you are in the right place. In his weekly live demonstrations and in his in-person weeks-long courses and club meetings, he will actually look at what you're doing on your easel or in your table and give you specific feedback on your work. And it's always kind and insightful, really encouraging, and also challenging. And Yong is an amazing resource. And then thirdly, if you're looking for a community of fellow artists, many at different places in their journey, all different levels, from all over the world, you found the place where you really belong, and that is Enjoying Art. I encourage you to join us, and I look forward to seeing you in a session or a course sometime soon, or seeing your work posted on Discord. Until then, keep making art.
We're going to start with drawing. So I'm going to use a HB graphite pencil. The first decision we need to make is where's going to be the horizon line? Right at the top of the beach, right? You're going to have this right in the middle, or you're going to be higher, you're going to be lower. That's just the first decision. If you want to say, oh, I want to live a little bit more on the beach, where your horizon line could be right here. Or you want to have a little bit more sky, and you're going to move it down over here. Either give a little bit more for the beach or a little bit more for the sky. Try to avoid the being right in the middle. So what are you going to do? Maybe you're going to decide that they have a little bit more on the beach because some of the reflections very interesting. All right, I'm going to put that right here, like that. Whatever decision you make, that is totally up to you. Okay. I'm going to draw very lightly, and from the left to the right, and draw just lightly. Only you can see it, that will be fine. The person running is right over here, right? So you can move a little bit more to the left or to the right. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to keep it right in the middle. Just put a little shape over there. And you might want to go with the center line coming down to the leg. You can make the person a little bit bigger if you want to. Have it slightly a little bit bigger, like that. There you go. Now, mark versus the center. Slowly just mark where the shape going to be. And this leg is just right, only get down to the middle. Okay, like that. And that's it. That will be the shape of the person. And now on this side, I'm going to have the beach a little bit away, the water, the wave coming up a little bit away from the person. And maybe leave a little bit room like that. And coming all the way onto this side. Okay. If you're painting with me, drawing with me right now, slow down. Okay. Don't have to go really fast. Here you go. And I would really suggest that you can watch me to do the whole process. And then you would take the time to following the video to practice the timing. It's very important, the timing. Like this is a little bit hill, a little bit tree, a little bit shape like that. And coming here like this, and here you go. before you draw those very zigzag small shape, I'm just going to draw the whole movement coming onto this side. If you don't want it to be so much, you can shrink a little bit, and like that. That will be fine. There's quite a bit of wet into wet that we can do. Okay, this is good. And we're gonna have the reflection that obviously this boy is a little bit off the ground when he's running, like that. So a little bit off the ground. And I'm gonna use the eraser if you need to erase it. Okay, here we go. That. And a little bit off, so there's not touching with the reflection. Okay, make sure that is the same vertical reflection from the object. And let's take a look at here. And here you go, like that. Just put a little mark. You don't have to draw too seriously. Okay, that's good. And some very soft line and a little gap over here. Mark it a little gap. And have the head is about here, like that. And have some footprint right over there. We're not quite sure actually he's running toward us or running away, running toward the sun, right? So it doesn't really matter because all we see is the reflection. It looks like running away from us. And because we're seeing the footprint, could be his footprint, unless someone else. And here you go, like that. That's good. We're gonna have some soft wave, some little bit soft transitions right at the front. Okay, how you guys doing? If you have any questions, please ask me. Okay, and about the process, the materials, anything you want. Okay. Here you go, the head. I'm gonna mark it. All right, let's talk about the process. What we might going to do, right? We're going to start from the light over here, area of the sun. From here, with a little yellow around, go into the light red color. And then we're moving up over here and have a little bit red. And then at the top, have a little bit blue. Okay, you don't want to have the yellow touch the blue in the sky. In that case, it would become green. But there's no green color in the sky. It's from the red to blue color. And on the bottom over here is very much the same, right? Okay, we are going to use the flat brush. And this brush, it can do the job much faster and you take a lot of paint at once. Okay, now take a look at this area on the right side of the boy would be that little white space. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just paint it outside just with the water. Okay, yeah, right here. That's just good. And I can paint it all the way here. And that's the first step. I'm going to leave the area of the water over here a little bit, just a little bit. The reason for that is very different colors. Okay, we're gonna leave it for now, and I'm going to wet it outside over here too, and you're gonna make it look a lot smoother. Okay, here we go, and we're gonna ignore the person, but the person it will be darker than the background. Whenever you see that the color is darker than the color you are applying as the larger shape, you don't need to worry too much about. Now let's start painting it. All right, I'm gonna get the yellow, start from the yellow, take a little yellow color right over here. We try to just do it one time if you can. So in that case, the judging on the how dark the color, how much the color, it will be very, very important. Okay, like right here, that's good. And coming in here, you don't have to go really extremely fast. Everything you do, you need to have a little bit thoughtful. Think about it. Okay, now the yellow coming away from here. Now, one thing. Now I'm going to get some yellow. Really just take the corner, okay? Just right under here. Even more yellow. Right over there. This is good. And right under, I don't want to put too much. Okay, right here. This is good. And I'm going to clean my brush. And make sure I clean up over here. We don't want too much yellow get into the reflection. Okay, here we go. Now the next thing we're going to do, and we're going to paint the little red color. So take a little red and take a look. And we can start mixing the little yellow and put it right here. And you need to have a little bit more yellow, okay? And have a little bit yellow like this. Here you go. That's orange color. And this is good. Right over here, get a little bit red coming in. And here you go. Putting that, just use a few here at the corner. And just put it in over here. And I'm going to just take the red color. Just put it down over here. It's just more as a red. Okay. So a little bit away from the sun, we're seeing a little bit more as a red color. Okay, this is good. We're going up. We're going to have a little bit yellow, orange color right here. And now we're going moving up a little bit away from the sun. Here you go. This is good. The color, very nice. I'm going to have that moving into this color all the way. Okay, keep using this large brush. I'm going to take a look, just the red color, just very light red. Okay, I'm going to put that right here. Now see, less yellow, less orange feeling. Okay, like this. Now I'm going to go from here all the way to the left to the right. Okay, not too much water. Okay, just like this. And this is good. We're going to leave that feeling a little bit more with with just the red, no yellow. Now the top over here, I'm going to take a little blue color. I'm going to decide to have a little bit red shade blue color. Yeah, just very light. And put in the top over here. Like that. Have some little bit connected down. And this is good for the sky. We're going to let it settle. I'm going to just remove. There's too much wet. It's going to coming down. So this is good. Now I'm going to come to the reflection. Now start from the yellow, right? Start from the yellow right in here. That's good. Like that. That's good. Arming onto this side. And a little bit more yellow on this side. This is good. That's all right. We can adjust the color if we need to after. Okay, we're gonna put a little red so become orange. Right, we're gonna put this color in there. That's just fine. Okay, that's good. You see the color change. And onto this side, have a little bit orange color. And wait until wet. Let it move in. I'm going onto this side, just have a little red and maybe a little bit yellow. Okay, just take a little yellow, and here you go. Now moving in a little bit here. Here you go, like that. Now at the lower, which is a little bit away from the sun, I'm going to have a little bit more red coming onto this side. Now when you see here, there's just no yellow color, just the red color, right? So I'm going to just take the red color a little bit. Now I want to take a look at that. That's the red. Just the red before we applied the blue color. Okay, so it's a no green color over there. Okay, this is very good. Now the old background is getting there, and there's some a little color change, a little texture over here. We don't worry about the texture right now. And I'm going to just take this blue color. Take that. This is the pleasant blue or the Windsor blue green shade. I'm going to start from the bottom, coming up. Just think about how dark the color would be. Okay. Look at that. That's good. That's the foundation color. Here we go. That's good. Like that. Left, right, left, right. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit over here. That's into the gap. And here you go. Now just big brush, just right on the top Just do it like this. Yes, you don't have to put it down so deep. Okay, so this is the foundation color. After that, we're gonna put a little bit color in here. Like over here, we can, at this moment, I can have a very little tiny blue color. I can do a little bit over here too, like that. And I'll do a little bit over here. So very tiny. That's okay. Like that. Ooh, this is good. Like that. Very good. And the bottom over here, I see that it needs to be darker. So at this point, I'm going to make it a little bit darker as well. I'm going to take this and get a little bit red into it. And can be a little bit darker. Right, here we go. Okay. And you're going to see, it may be just perfect. Okay. I'm going to take a look. And okay, now there's maybe a little bit too much color in the brush. Now I'm going to just remove it. Just take a little tiny blue color. Okay, right now. And when this is wet into wet, take the advantage of the water. Okay, do as much as you can. Okay, now this is good. And we're going to let it dry and or say let it settle. And then we're going to see what we're going to do. We can quickly come back over here, start doing the color into the side. There's a little bit dark color over here. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to use a little bit smaller brush, right? Now, and this probably going to dry very quickly. I'm going to just get the red color. And that's probably too much water. So I'm going to use just a little tissues to, not so much, because we don't want that much water into the surrounding area. So here you go. I'm going to just get a little red in here. Let's take a look. Test it. Put it over here. Ooh, still very wet. Okay. We're going to just put a little bit over here. And we come back a little bit later when it's get a little bit red. Very dry, little red color right here. Like that. And have a little bit, let it fade a little bit. If you let it fade, increase seeing the texture. So okay, this is the water. The amount of water is very critical. You can control that, and you can have the brush very dry. Okay, coming over here, that's good. And this is good. Onto this side, a little bit dry brush. This is good. So the dry brush, it won't put in too much water, so it will be fine. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit yellow, very tiny yellow right over here into that. That's good. All right, we can have a little bit translucent over there. So I'm just get the brush with a little bit water. I can soften that right in here. And because inside the white area, there's no water and no color. Here you go. I'm going to soften that just a little bit tiny thing. So this is good. Okay, that's good right here. Now as we're talking, and the color getting drier and drier. Okay, now we need to mix a little bit brown color. Okay, let's get the yellow, right? Yellow, and get the red. Okay, here you go. That's almost good enough. So this is the orange color, not brown color. But start from a little orange here first, and then we're gonna get a little bit blue color. It will become the brown color we want. Okay, it's very simple. And here you go. We're gonna have a little bit soft. Let the color fade up a little bit. And this is good, like that. And then I'm going to start get the color a little bit more and more into the more blue. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is good. Now we're going to start adding some. This is have lots of blue colors, so I'm going to take the red into it. That's very much the color we look for. And here you go. I put it right there. Okay, a little bit darker. Okay, here we go. That's good. Put a little bit brown color like that. That's good. coming down over here, it's still pretty wet. So we're gonna see. Okay, have a little bit color over here. We're gonna have a little bit more blue, and this is okay. And let it come up however they are gonna come up with, and then we're going to fix that in a little bit. Okay, so we're probably gonna leave it like that for a little bit, and then we're gonna come take a look on this side. And this has a little bit purple color. So this is very much the purple color already with the red and the blue color together. So I'm going to take this color and take a look. It's a little bit lighter. And take a little bit blue color coming over here. Have a little bit, feeling a little bit more blue. Here you go, like that. That's good. And if you're sure this is already dry, you can touch the edge. Okay, if not, leave the edge white. That's good. All right, very nice. When they get a little bit closer, over here, we're gonna have a little bit more red. Okay, you need to see the value of the color, which is how dark, how light. That's very important. I'm gonna take this color gradually, coming in a little bit closer and closer to the person. Okay, like that. And take a look. Right there. Oh, this is good. Now the top over here. I think this side, the top over here, already dry. This is good. And we're gonna paint a little bit more details. So a little bit away from there, we see a little bit more blue color. So I'm gonna take a little bit blue, put it here. Just it's almost like I'm making a cake. Okay, layer over layer. What ingredient need to be there, right? So that's very important. I'm gonna get a little bit blue color. Have this a little bit red mixing into it. So this is good, like that. So get a little bit more and more cooler as a little bit more away. So this is pretty good. Now the bottom over here getting a little bit more and more drier. So this is the good time. Let the top over here dry first. So we're gonna do, just take this color, have a little bit more blue color right here, like this, and use this brush. I'm gonna have that, just add a little bit more. Just draw the line from left to the right. And here you go. Have a little bit feeling of the ripple. Okay, here you go, like that. This is good. A little bit more over there. And now we're gonna put that a little bit footprint. I'm gonna take the blue color, take the red color, and a little bit more blue. These two colors together will make some really, really dark color. So as dark as you can see that, it looks like black. Okay, here you go. And now take a look. I'm gonna put that little bit, see that little bit tiny shape. That's good. Like this, a little bit tiny shape. Okay. For anyone has any questions about out there about what enjoying art is, so you want to find out yourself, and you just go to enjoyingart.com, and some members testimony over there telling you their experience. And also you can come to Patreon to take a look at our benefits for members. Come to join us if you think you're ready to give it a try. So if it doesn't fit your expectation, you can always can stop. Okay, that's good. Before we paint that person, we need to make sure the surrounding over here is already done. So we're gonna go back to use the flat brush. Okay, I'm gonna clean my flat brush and no color, and I'm just gonna use the corner of this brush. We're gonna make this a little bit smoother. Like all here is already dry, so this is very important. So I'm gonna have that a little bit softened, and you better do this after it dries. Okay, if it's wet, that means the water is still unsettled, so you need to wait a little bit. So make that a little bit softer. Just use the corner. Okay, up over here too. Have a little bit softer like that. So after you do this, you know that you need to wait a little bit longer because you need to wait until the area dry before we paint the person. Okay, maybe a little bit expanded over here like that. Okay, this is good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna also have a little bit tissue. Wipe off this excess water. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit tissues. I'm just going to tap on it and wipe it off and let it dry a little bit faster so we can come back to paint the persons with the focal point in a moment. Okay, I think the sky is settled pretty good already, and the reflection on the water looks pretty good already. Take a look over here, and this will be the perfect color for this. It's not very, very dark, but it should be good enough. Right here, that's good. Oh, still a little wet. This is good. A little bit soft color, like that. And I'm going to draw a few lines like this, coming all the way coming in. This is good. And here you go. Test it. And we're going to come back and do a little bit more in a moment. The reflection like a continuous of the persons coming down from the yellow over here and going down to red. And then in the reflection is red going into the brown color. So we're going to start from the red color. Okay, take the red color here. Okay, just take a little red. Take a look, the reflection over here, and here we go. Look at the shape. It's not really that big, the foot. Okay, like that. Okay, mixture vertical and coming down a little bit, and then start changing color. Okay, and also have a little bit yellow color too. I can see the top over there have a little bit edge, so I'm going to take a little bit yellow color, put it right here. Just tap on it, little yellow color right here. Okay, right there. This is good, like that. And here I have a little bit yellow color, orange color. Have a little bit shape like that. That's pretty good. And now coming down over here, also have a little bit yellow over here too. Now I'm gonna get a little bit red. Mix that with the yellow. So a little bit brown color, a little bit orange color right here. And here you go, like that. This is pretty good. And that's the bottom of the foot. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to continue onto the reflection. Okay, and let's take a look. And I'm going to have the red and the yellow, and then mix the blue. That's already have blue color in here. So I'm going to take that a little bit tiny blue, and the blue going to get more and more and make it a little bit darker and darker. Okay, this is good. Yeah, start from here. And coming down, you can do it like this. Look at that, and move that. Look at the whole direction. Okay, like this. And coming down, look and analyze it, and then keep going a little bit thicker. That's good. Right over here. Okay, that's good. Right there. Now you're going to see the transition from that yellow-orange color coming down a little bit more and more over here. And coming on to this side. And the same thing over here. And from the yellow-orange color and coming down. And actually can a little bit closer. Okay, like this. And have a little gap over here. That's good. Now we're going to see that little gap over here. Like that. Little tiny, and coming down, continue, and take a look at onto this side. Now we get a little bit lower and lower, and the color get darker and darker. So we're gonna get more blue color into this. And here you go. Now it's a little bit darker. Just analyze how the color change. Okay, here we go. Coming down, look at it again. Okay, here we go. That's good. Be patient. Okay, have a little bit soft color like that. And I have a few dots over here. This is the reflection of the arm onto this side. That's good. Yeah, alright, there's a little bit softer on this side. If it's a few line, that's good. Now I'm gonna come to here, a little gap, and this in the middle over here, a little connection. Okay, here you go. And the color a little bit more blue. Get a little bit away. Okay, here you go. Yeah, and here you go. Since we are painting the reflection first, so we need to be careful how the reflection would affecting our decisions when we're painting the body, okay, and the real person. Okay, here you go, like that. That's good, and that is wonderful. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit detail for the footprint. Okay, here you go. A little bit, like that. A little bit tiny. Okay, that's just pretty good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit, a few lines like this, a little bit away, like that. This is good. A little bit texture, the dot over here, and we can put a little dot over here, and put a little bit texture over here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, before we go into the paint the person, we want to start working into this side. Now I'm gonna take this color very much, just like this color. Maybe a little bit, mix a little bit more red and blue color, right? That's just good. Look like that. That's just good. And take a look from here all the way toward this side. All right, this color's good. Now I'm gonna open it up a little bit more, coming up over here like that. Now I'm gonna use the water, a little bit water. Yeah, here we go. Take a look on this side, just the water, and softly blend it in and leave a little gap over here. And the reference has no gap, but I think I like the little gap over here. Okay, a little bit variety. Okay, that's just good. Just now dry the brush a little bit and then extend it in here. As we do this, we're also going to put a little bit orange color in there. I'm going to take the red and the yellow, right? Here you go, right over here. Oh, look at that. When you get this orange color, is make you feel the energy from the sun. Okay, just blend the color over. Oh, this is good. Now I'm gonna coming down over here. We're coming back to the center over there a little bit later. I'm gonna come back a little bit red. And here you go. Coming onto here, the reflection on there. That's good. Now I'm gonna coming down over here. Take a little bit blue with the red color. Okay, that's good. Now coming down over here, continue. And coming here like this. Now I'm going to use just a few here on the edge over here like this. And here you go. And get a little bit feeling. I'm gonna have that the dry brush effect for that. Okay. Now I'm gonna open up the brush here. Okay, here you go. A few brush here like this. Okay, that's good. A little bit over here. And now come back a little bit. We want to have a little bit orange color, red and yellow. And I'm gonna put it right in here. Okay, drop in the color. Okay, let it coming in. Okay, I'm gonna have the edge over here like this. That's good. A little big edge. That's good. Now a little bit away from the sun, I'm gonna have a little bit blue. Okay, I'm gonna drop in a little blue color right here and make it feel like a little bit cooler away. Okay, I think on this side looks pretty good. And do you know what? There is something we can try by having scratch a little bit and make this area have a little line a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna have just use this bamboo stick. I'm gonna have it coming onto here. That's nice detail, and we can have looks like some people over here. We can have a little bit too. Scratch a little bit over here. You see that? Two people walking away like that. By just have a little bit scratch on the paper, create a texture. That's just good. Now I'm gonna come on to the left side, okay? And now I'm gonna come back using very much the same color, just the red and the blue color, right? This is good. A little bit. That would be good. Now take a look. I'm gonna have that a little bit more clear, and a little bit more clear like that. And here you go. Now I'm gonna soften that a little bit, and take a look. A little bit shape. That's good. And now have a little shape showing that the wave, the ripple. Okay, a little bit more. Here you go, like that. Here you go, like that. That's good. And when it get a little bit closer, we're gonna need to change the color because it's gonna get a little bit more red and orange color. So I'm gonna stay over here. Have a little bit thin, showing a little bit wave, and the edge over here too. Okay, a little bit shadow. That's just good. Okay, that's on closer. We're gonna have a little bit red. Just get a little red like this. A little pink color. And over here too. Have a little pink color. Okay. And have this connect that into the distance over there. That's good. So we finish this side. Looks is very good, very interesting. Now we can add a little bit dark color over there by using the very dry paint. Okay, when this is wet, if you want to have the dry paint colors, you don't want to put too much water into that area, and just this is very dry. If you're not sure how dry that is, if you want to be drier, and you can always use the tissues to wipe off the excess wet. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good. All right, now I'm gonna have that a little bit dark color from here, all the way from here, like that. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit darker. That's good. A little bit blue. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have this a little bit darker like that. Perfect. That's good. All right, pretty good. I'm gonna do one more line like this. That's good enough. Now I'm gonna clean the brush. There's enough suggestions on that. Now we're gonna go into paint the main object, the person, and the painting will be finished. So we're going to get the yellow. This is a very tiny color where the shoulder is, right over there. We're going to paint the yellow color into the shoulder. Look at it. Okay, it's very light, so it looks like a little undefined. This is good. Okay, like this. Have a little bit water. And that's good. Get the yellow and look at it. Maybe too much water. Now I'm going to get a little bit red. So I'm gonna have a little bit more red over here, be persistent. So I'm gonna watch how the color actually change. So get a little bit more yellow, it mixes into it, so a little bit orange color. So I'm gonna have the orange get a little bit more red into it. Okay, here you go. Now I'm gonna put it on the shoulder over here. So the color gradually turn into the yellow. Now over here too, and look at it again. Look at this. This is good. That's the shape for the arm. Okay. Now you see the color transitional over. So now on the body over here, so the red-orange color. Now I want to take a look at this and take a look at the body. Okay, look before you continue. Okay, like this. This is good. It looks like it need to be going a little bit more to the right side. That's okay. Now I'm going to come on to this side. We can expand this side a little bit off. That's okay. And here you go. The color very similar on the body. Okay, here we go. Like that. And take a look at the arm. Take a look at the gap between the body and the arm. And coming in. That's good. That's the arm. Now almost like the same color, and just have a little bit more yellow. Okay, and that's quite wet over there, so no worry about that. As you have a little bit more yellow, so take a little bit more yellow into here because the head have more yellow. Okay, here you go. Now I'm gonna take a look at right on the neck over here. There's the neck. That's good. Now take a look at the head right in here. And look at it again. Okay, there's a little bit bigger, like that. And it's all about how the gradient turn. And on the shoulder, right over there. And the shoulder need to be a little bit closer. Okay, that's good. And the shoulder can be a little bit higher. Okay, a little bit smoother right there. That's good. Like that. Perfect. Now coming down, continue, and take this orange color and get a little bit darker and darker red, and coming down over here, and here you go. Take a look. Over here, also a little bit darker on this side, actually a little bit darker too, and that means this arm also a little bit more red, like that, a little bit away from. Okay, this is good. I'm going to take a look at this leg from here down over here like this, and keep going down, and need to have a little bit more yellow color, and suddenly a bit too red. Okay, and let's see. Okay, here you go, like that, and coming a little bit more toward the leg right over here. That's good. Now take a look at on this side. This is a little bit short. Okay, that's good. Look for the shape. I saw some member already painted this, and it just feel, and the boy is not running, and so you need to pay attention, see the shape, how that look, right? And the bottom over here, it need to be a little bit more red. This is pretty good.